ผมคิดว่าท้องถิ่นอย่างน้อยที่สุดต้องตระหนักการพัฒนาที่เหมาะสมใช่ครับ
ผมว่าวันนี้ได้มาพบปะชาวต่างชาติที่มีได้พูดคุยกันเรื่องอะไรบ้าง
โอ้เยอะเลยครับผมคิดว่าผมเข้าใจว่ามีชาวต่างชาติอาศัยอยู่ในหัวหินประมาณ 7,000 ชีวิตถือว่ามีประสบการณ์เยอะมากแล้วเราปฏิเสธไม่ได้ว่าเศรษฐกิจของหัวหินเองเสน่ห์ของหัวหินเองเนี่ยส่วนสำคัญส่วนหนึ่งก็มาจากกิจการนะครับของชาวต่างชาติซึ่งที่ผมพบคือชาวต่างชาติที่มีความรู้สึกเหมือนเขามีความผูกพันนะครับไม่ใช่เพียงแค่กับหัวหินแต่กับการใช้ชีวิตอยู่ในประเทศไทยนะที่สุดว่าเขาใส่ใจมากนะครับแล้วก็มีความหวังดีต่ออนาคตความเป็นอยู่ของคนที่นี่นะครับแล้วก็อนาคตของหัวหินเขามาจากที่เขาเห็นมาเยอะสาเหตุเขาเลือกที่อยู่ที่นี่ก็เพราะว่าเขาเห็นว่าที่นี่มีโอกาสมีความเป็นไปได้มีศักยภาพสูงมากเขาถึงเลือกที่อยู่ที่นี่เพราะฉะนั้นมันก็สำคัญที่เราควรต้องฟังเขาว่าจากประสบการณ์เขาสิ่งที่เขาเห็นมาจากข้างนอกเขาเห็นอะไรที่น่าที่จะเป็นประโยชน์ต่อการพัฒนาภูมิจากตรงนี้ไปนะครับซึ่งวันนี้ก็ได้รับฟังประเด็นที่ค่อนข้างกว้างแล้วก็หลากหลายจากกลุ่มชาวต่างชาติที่มีความผูกพันที่สุดมากกับอนาคตของแต่เรื่องของความเรียบร้อยคือโดยส่วนใหญ่คือเขาอยากเห็นการพัฒนาแต่เป็นการพัฒนาที่เคารพต่อธรรมชาติเคารพต่อสิ่งแวดล้อมและเสน่ห์ที่มาจากประวัติศาสตร์ของพื้นที่นะประวัติศาสตร์และวัฒนธรรมพื้นที่เพราะฉะนั้นผมคิดว่าแนวโน้มในแง่ของข้อเสนอแนะของข้อส่วนใหญ่ก็คือว่าควรจะพัฒนานะแต่ว่าพัฒนาในแนวรักษา
Back in June, you spoke at a Scale event in Bangkok, where I think you first talked about the favour of abolishing the 90-day report. You mentioned it here again today. I'd like you to expand on that a little, like what you think the issues with that are, and expand on it a little, please.
Post-COVID, we learned that we need to do more to attract longer-term visitors. I think COVID period also illustrates to us the potential that we have for attracting long-term visitors. And more importantly, we've seen many of our, if I may call them competitors, international competitors, make similar moves towards relaxation of similar kind of rules. So they're precedents. And many of these regulations seem to be out of step also with the times, out of step with what technology could do more effectively and less burdensome in its place. So I think we're likely to be seeing changes as a result of the improving environment for proposals of this kind. Yes, I would. Broadly speaking, I think local population, local business knows best and cares the most about the local area. So it makes every sense for them to have as much say in how things are done in their future as possible. Frankly speaking, our civil service and the way our government is run is far too Bangkok-centric, far too much centralization of decision making, right across different spectrum from education all the way to tourism. So yeah, I think that greater autonomy, greater access to budget, and how the budgetary spend if the budget is spent within the local area and local community is something that we support. Now, if you were to ask the question, well, who goes first? I think my answer would be whoever feels they're ready. If, for example, if you were to ask what does autonomy mean, I would say in Kenya it means they elect their own provincial government. Do they want to do that? Well, why not have a referendum? Not to get people as to how they like to be administered. I mean, there are pros and cons of decentralization.
Well, then wouldn't that then sort of put one party against another?
You bring potential political divisiveness into local government. But that's the price you pay, I guess, for having autonomy, and that's the nature of democracy. If you feel you can handle it, and you feel that there's negative benefit from the autonomy, then go for it. And I think in the case of Phuket, they're very clear that this is what they want. And in my opinion, they're ready. They're well structured, they're well organized, they have a plan. And once you're at a position where you feel your agenda is now clear, and you have broad unanimity in how to take your province forward, then I suggest and the only constraint that you face is central government and the bureaucracy that doesn't allow you to move in the direction that you want to see at the speed that you feel you should be able to achieve, then go for it. When you mentioned the Royal Coast Riviera, I immediately think of Cham, Huyin, Granbury. To me, these are very much linked, not least because I'm a Cham-based person. But I would, Cham is great because of its vicinity, it's closer to Huyin. And from time to time, I even venture down to Granbury, where I also have a small plot of land that I'm looking at. Likewise, if you were in Granbury, you have reasonably easy access to the restaurants and the golf courses and facilities of Huyin. It makes for a great sort of joint development area. Stretching it beyond that, probably a little bit too far from the royal heritage to make it for it to make sense. But the concept of the Royal Riviera Coast, I think, frankly, it's a new one to me. I hadn't heard it before this event, so perhaps it's not as well publicized or as yet as much talked about as it should be. I find it amusing that some charm projects label themselves Huyin, but understandable. I think Huyin, out of the three towns, Huyin definitely is the most prestigious brand. So it's understandable that Granbury projects are going to go in likewise Cham, even though Cham is definitely and in a different province altogether. But that's that for me is just a marketing process. They do actually attract different clientele as well, and which is not a bad thing. It means that the Royal Riviera Coast can cater to very different target groups and in fact income groups, and that's okay. I think that in many ways that can be quite helpful in terms of diversification of clientele. But broadly speaking, I think it's a great area with great potential.
Two questions. The first is, what is your favourite destination in Thailand for vacation? And the second question is, where do you see as the new emerging destination in Thailand?
Are you asking a politician to say, what is favorite local destination is, and thereby losing votes of every other destination in the country. So it's a tricky one. But I'll say that the destination I come to most frequently is here, is Cham Hue Hin. For Bangkokian, it's a privilege to have Hue Hin and Cham basically within reach. I think it's for those of us lucky enough to take short breaks away from the hustle and bustle of Bangkok for the serenity and the clean air of this region. It's what adds to the pleasures of actually working and living Bangkok. In fact, so this is I can safely say is my favorite destination of choice. Partly, to be fair, because of its accessibility. Not to say that there are not other places that I like to visit, but I'm a beach man myself. You've got people who prefer mountains, you've got people who prefer lakes. I prefer the sea. So my favorite destinations are usually beachfronts. I like Pangan Island, Samui and Pangan. I've relearned to love, as many Bangkokians have done the same. I've relearned to love Phuket. Not having visited Phuket since my days competing in the King Cup yacht race in its inauguration years. I've gone back to Phuket as a result of the COVID period, having had my quarantine done there, and loved it. Not just the beach, in fact, but also what they've done to the old town. Similarly, down in Songkhla, I love what they've done to revitalize the old town. And I think the fact that many Thai cities are learning what Chiang Mai knew all this time, what that town heritage sells, is a great thing. All of a sudden, I can safely say that visiting old towns in Songkhla and Phuket, for me, beats even visiting Georgetown and Penang hands down, not if you got the food there. And so, yeah, it's very exciting time to be traveling and visiting destinations in Thailand.